Alright, I just made it. In fact, I think one of the teams may have stalled out a couple minutes just so I could get here just in time. Traffic was not kind to me today, but today we've got Polara Esports versus Swarm Gaming. Going down the roster, we've got Count, Alpha, Perimeter, Moose, and Colin. On the side of Swarm Gaming, we've got Beam, Rev, Macalols, Castro, and Coop_CS. I kind of missed who was winning the knife around there as I was busy trying to extort my social media and get a tweet out there. But we're going to have Polara Esports starting on the CT side and Swarm Gaming over there on the terrorist side of Cache. This is my second cache of Season 24. Let's see how things start out. Looks like it's going to be going quickly as we have 3 players pushing up A-halls, 2 going towards Squeaky, and there's just the lone player, which is Alpha over there on Polara Esports, to fend off what could be a very fast and quick play. Colin coming up to back him up on Toxic. Meanwhile, over there we've got Perimeter on White Box, holding down the Perimeter. And there's my first crappy pun of the stream, and hopefully the only. Minute 15 seconds left in the round. Looks like one of those players has gone back towards Garage, but Macalol's holding up close, pulls out a flashbang. Rev is ready to open this door. Teammate in tow, that is Beam. And looks like we're going to have a double peek from both entrances here. Alpha, first point of contact. Perimeter actually gets one from Toxic. Alpha gets one as well. Make that a second. Macalo is going to put him down, though. Trade that back. Man advantage quite in the hands of Polara Esports. They're actually going to deny the bomb. Colin pushes up close. Chips damage away. Coop's actually going to get him, though, but Moose comes up and trades that right back. Polara Esports takes an early lead, picking up the pistol round with 3 players left alive and a salvaged Tech 9. We're going to see a very early rifle buy. Perimeter's going to pick up that M4. Alpha picks up UMP, another strong rifle over there on Moose, second UMP, so looks like they're going to try and build some bank. Triple UMPs, open the side of Swarm Gaming though. Soul Scouts, some 4-spot pistols, and a couple armors there. They're going to head out towards Garage and try and scope this out. One player going up on the boost, that's Macalols. Spots out the player, gets the headshot. Early man advantage for Swarm Gaming though. Macalol's going to drop down, take a look at Squeaky in case anybody gets aggressive on the back of that, which would be the wise player right now for Polara. Thankfully for them, they've only lost a UMP, so holding on to the rest of those 2 rifles. Castro's out, so is Coop. They're going to spot MBK corner, but Alpha's going to get that frag. Evens out the player advantage. Beam taking a little pot shot with that deagle. Does tag Alpha up ever so slightly. Gets a beautiful little 1 dig onto Perimeter. Macalols follows that up by taking out Alpha. Count gets spotted in the air, nearly takes the player down, put him at 10 HP, and suddenly it's all up to Moose, 1v4. He could definitely do some more damage, kind of set back the economy, take some of the rifles out of his hand. Thankfully, he switches out of his knife just in time to put down Castro. He does not have a kit, but he might be able to pick one up. He's at least denied that M4. If he could just tag down 1 or 2 more players, he is going to throw that M4 over there. Very smart play by Moose. He's going to make sure they don't pick that one up going into the next round. They're only going to have those UMPs they've scavenged up. And Moose is going to run back up into heaven and try and survive this round. Which it does look like he's going to. They're not in the position to hunt him right now. They're just tucked away in the vents. Let's take a look at that replay of that nice little 1 dig we saw earlier. Initial kill from Alpha. Beam tags him down ever so slightly. Then he's going to swing wide here. Spots that player over on Truck. Beautiful little 1 dig there. See some more of those. Match is paused. Probably something technical here. Little TeamSpeak malfunction. Somebody knocked over the salt container onto their PC. We shall see. Swarm Gaming has bought a single AK so far. Plenty of money left to get 2 more of those and decent utility on top of it. But Polara Esports, the question is, are they going to force up around this? We do see 157, 1 upgraded armor and helmet. And a second to join him. Actually, Perimeter joined him as well at the very last second there. Looks like we're going to see a very fast play over here towards B's. They do slow it down, however. That smoke's going to come out, slow them down ever so faster. And the rest of the team of Swarm Gaming, they're going to pile on over towards that B hall. They leave 1 player back to watch Garage. And Polara Esports holding pretty far back for holding just pistols. They've got Moose over here, which is the site to be at with that rifle. They've read this correct, but it does look like the bomb is actually going back towards the garage and towards the A-bomb site, where there is a 3-man stack in the ways of Colin, Count, and Alpha. Flashbang does come out. They're going to clear the halls over there, but Rev looks like he's going to come back, pick up the bomb, and boost up that player with the AK. Don't spot anyone. The player is holding back by Z. I think they were just pre-firing over by White Box, and now they've made sound. Cound's going to rotate, spots at the player, tags him up ever so slightly. 17 damage done by Count. And 48 seconds left in the round. They're going to have to be fast soon. Looks like the bomb is making its way back towards the B-bomb side now that they have made a little bit of noise. Macalis is going to get smoked in. That'll protect him from White Box. Meanwhile, Perimeter getting tagged on to 12 HP. Moose is going to pick up a kill over there on the B-bomb side. Gets a second, actually, for his troubles. He's going to have to reload, though. 6 bullets left in the clip. Meanwhile, somebody did try to push in through vents. That was Count. He gets shot down by Macalis. Moose gets himself up a third. Tags up another damage. Oh, wow. Almost got a fourth, but Perimeter just stole that for him. And Colin is going to go down, but Perimeter answers right back. Polara Esports, they went around off upgraded pistols in a single M4. Moose putting in absolute work there. Swarm Gaming, though, they're going to force buy right back into this. One of those players was padded up ever so slightly, and, what was that? A couple Tech 9s were dropped by that player. We shall see what they do now. Playing around that scout of Macalas, he made it work for him in that first round they had to force buy, so maybe, again, he is boosted up there. He's going to get thrown the bomb as well as the rest of these players pile in over towards A-halls. It is smoked off for the moment being. Alpha's going to throw in a Molotov that just doesn't go far enough. It's going to be extinguished. You can see he's a little salty, throwing his aim around a little bit. And he actually looks like he's got a fairly high sensitivity. Wow, does spot out one player. There are 4 more there, though. There's some flashing over. And actually, interestingly enough, that was Beam who decided to go back. Oh, Castro peeks in. Gets a nice little 2-tap out of that Tech 9. He's going to put Alpha down, open up the bomb site. It's going to be a retake, though. Perimeter puts down 1. Colin holds up close, gets another, but Rev's going to answer that back. Perimeter gets himself up a second. Not in the best position right now. Moose gets 1. It's traded back by Beam, but now it's going to be 1v2. Make that 0v2. Perimeter's going to take out Beam. Polara Esports are going to string together the first set of 2 rounds we've seen in this half. Although now, Swarm Gaming, they've got themselves a little bit of money they could force up with. I think Rev could drop over some pistols. We shall see. We shall see. Meanwhile, on the side of Polara Esports, though, we see the first AWP of the map. Full utility, very healthy buy. Count is actually going to stick up on that UMP, which is the time for it, as he is going to be going up against pistols. It's a fairly good economy read. Try and pad the bank just a little bit. Smoke's going to come out, and actually 2 players are pushing up. Moose chips down a player, actually takes him out entirely through the smoke. Count is right up there to back him up, and through the smoke yet again, Moose picks himself up a second. Count's going to push up. Final off that 3rd player there, and Colin, he swings in for one of his own. Castro does get one back over by Garage, though. He's going to smoke that off and tuck himself away down below Boost. Let's get on his cam right now. Castro does have the AK he's picked up, but Colin, he's going to put him down. It looked like they could have been through the smoke. There may have been a gap in it, but not too bad of a round. Very quick and easy by Polara. Only lost 1 player in the process, and that was the player with the UMP, so he's going to be able to... Actually, someone bought him another UMP, so he's still going to try and make some money in the bank. Interesting decision. As now Swarm Gaming, they do have full AKs, an AWP on the hands of Coop, who does seem to have a very fast spawn towards mid, but it's going to be smoked off early. He's going to throw a bullet out there, hoping to connect with anything, but it's not going to happen. Bomb has moved its way over into A-halls. Beam on the back. Macula's holding it. Nobody watching Squeaky currently, which is kind of dangerous, but thankfully for the side of Swarm Gaming, Polara Esports has not pushed up there quite yet. Castro, he does figure this out, and he's going to sneak on up there. Colin is going to probably re-smoke this, as a flashbang did come out to alert the Polara Esports side of Swarm's presence. Perimeter popping up on the white box, looking for anything. There is a player holding up close in B-halls. I don't think you can hear that, but actually Count is going to get boosted up. This is a very good position if they decide to go for a mid-split. Slow playing it, though. Minute left in the round. We do have 2 players over there watching corner of A-halls, and Colin just tucked away right behind him. may be able to get baited out for his teammate. If takes a shot, pushes back to quad to rotate, to look at Squeaky. Colin is in prime position to take advantage of that. They're going to molly this off. 40 seconds left in the round. It's definitely going to slow down Swarm Gaming. But the Polara Esports side, they are pretty evenly split. They still have a player making some noise and distracting over there. 30 seconds left, guys. They're going to push soon. Moose going to pick up yet another kill through the smoke, and they're going to have to move now. 27 seconds. Oh, wow. And they're going to fall 3 down very quickly. As Alpha is on fire, using the gap of that smoke to his advantage, and now they know where this last player is. Perimeter's going to econ in, get the frag. Polara Esports keeping all 5 men alive and getting a free AWP for their troubles. Swarm Gaming starting to look a little dicey. They do have money to force into this, but how much money do they want to waste on these eco rounds? We shall see. 1 Glock picked up on Beam. Tech 9 in the hands of Rev and Castro, actually, and a P250 for Coop. Macalulls, he's going to hold on to that, just that Glock. Very light scattering of utility. Not even scattering, just 2 grenades. We got a smoke and a flash in their hands. Got 1 player moving over towards Squeaky, and 2 more. Actually, no, those are all just in there, and A-Halls. Alpha peeks in, gets put down, or puts down Coop immediately. Perimeter gets the second, but Rev is up here on the back of Highway. He's got himself an AK after 2 quick kills. Alpha does get 1 more frag, make that 2 more, and Alpha picks himself up a triple kill in the round. Polara Esports looking quite strong right now. These guys really wanted me to cast their match. They gave me plenty of notice, and all throughout the day they were contacting me up until the very last couple of minutes, making sure that I got out of work in time. And happy to do it. Happy I actually made it work too. Let's see what they do with this. Swarm Gaming back on the buy, almost full utility except for Coop, who could barely afford the AWP and armor. Spots out though. Count, he's gonna put him down. Beam, can he answer it back? Makes the spray happen. Smoke is gonna come out a bit afterwards. A bit too late for the side of Polara Esports, but man advantage does not exist. Even man numbers. There's a better way to say that. Colin, I think he may have heard that player cross. Perimeter spots out 1, but the Molotov is going to push him back before he can capitalize off that information. Meanwhile, he's going to rotate back over from Z, sit in front of that tree room. Beam is holding up close to AW, nearly tags the player to the smoke, and he's going to switch out AWPs. I think that was his. He just wanted him back. Colin narrowly misses the shoulder, but gets it on the second shot. Rev is going to go down. Minute left in the round, and the rotation has come in. Swarm Gaming, they're like, this is not the spot we should be in right now. We are going to A. Very wise choices. 3 people are stacked over on B site, and they have read this perfectly. They're rotating those players back, just keeping Moose on the B-bomb site. Macalulls looks like he's going to be the first player in. Colin seems to think somebody could still be in checkers, which is very risky, seeing as he has a player there. Moving a little too much. Oh my god, Alpha! I don't even know how he lined that up. Beautiful shot on the Macalulls, who was the entry fragger there. So now he's going to push through the smoke with this Tech 9. Beam is going to punish it, though. He did get a player down to 54 HP. They have 2 more flashbangs to work with. 25 seconds left in the round. The rotation is here. Player on highway, player on truck. Perimeter's going to get one of those kills. Beam through the smoke. What was that? Did he see it? Let's go to the replay. Come on, replay. There it goes. I think it must have been that little smoke bug where they can see it before we can see it, but that, if not, it was a dirty little shot. He had that angle lined up perfectly on a truck and made it happen. Polara Esports extend their lead 7-1, looking strong since that second round they lost. Perimeter, and Alpha and Moose actually very close kills, but we have a very fast play into B right now. Smoke is going to come down from the side. Will Beam check this corner, spots the head out after he sees to get the kill. Can he get it though? Nope. Count is going to put Beam down, but Castro quickly trades it back. Perimeter, he has this nice little spot right there. He's going to put down Rev. That's going to be the bomb. No, that wasn't the bomb drop. Bomb is actually getting planted right now. It's going to be a 2v3 retake. Alpha is currently moving up into heaven. I think he just got mollied back, though. Yes, he did. Macalulls is only on 15 HP, so they got to be careful. Perimeter peeks on in. They do have 2 kits. Checking all the angles. Castro's holding up close, though. Spotted out, delivers the information, great communication right there. Alpha picks himself up a second, so now Perimeter, it's going to be a 1-on-1. He has the time to do it, gets tagged on a 9 HP, and Coop knows he hits, pulls out the Glock, and finishes it off. Swarm Gaming are going to get themselves a second round in this half. Only need a handful more rounds on this terrorist side to make a good contention for the next half. They're going to start making it happen now. Losing so many players, they are going to be lacking a little bit of utility going into this round. I think Castro may have been dropped over a rifle. We shall see if he picks one up or if he's just going to be on this Glock. Castro. What you buying, man? Bought himself a Tech 9 and some utility. I like that. Oh, but meanwhile, Perimeter gets a player picked off early at mid. Thankfully, the bomb has not been dropped in a position that's going to expose them of going to pick it back up. Well, the bomb has been dropped up onto red. I've not seen that before. So they're going to have to boost themselves up to pick that up. Meanwhile, Polara Esports, having the early man advantage, they're going to pull on back, put themselves into some good angles, and wait for Swarm Gaming to make their move. Very wise. Macalols, he'll be the first one to peek over here, but who is that? That is Alpha. He's holding back over by NPK corner, not holding an aggressive angle. Very wisely. Colin's still over there by Z, but no one has peeked him yet, and they actually still haven't recovered the bomb that is over there on the top of that crate. Guys, do you know where this is? You know where this bomb is? You need to pick this up. Only one player over there right now. 48 seconds left in the round. You guys got to pick up that bomb and make a decision. You do have one player. Rev is creeped up close to B, so if he can go swing in there, looks like he's going to smoke it off. This might be a distraction play, though. Yeah, thinking against it. Doesn't want to show his hand quite yet. 30 seconds left in the round, though. Come on, boys. Got to make a decision. They have picked up the bomb. They are now creeping it. The smoke is going to come out for tree room. I think they're going to Molotov offense, and that molly is actually a little bit too far. Rev swings in, gets the kill, answered back immediately by Count. A little bit of fire damage like sounding out. Perimeter is boosting on up. Does Castro hear this? Colin actually gets another one in there. Perimeter gets the kill, and Count takes down Macalols. Missed most of that action. I blame Auto Director for everything and every problem in my life. Polara Esports, they're going to bring this right back. 8-2 now. Also, 9-11 Run Sport Coffin Stuffer, Zero Baja, thank you for stopping by in chat. Didn't mean to ignore you, you've just been invested in the action on screen. Early Molotov, ooh, just barely hits a pixel of the wall and bounces a little bit far back, but that does not matter as all 5 of those players are currently storming in through B halls. Macalols gets the opening pick and a second one, but Count answer back with one of those. Perimeter goes down as well, and suddenly this quick and dirty play is working out pretty well. Collins is going to head up there towards Heaven. Alpha's going towards Tree Room, and they've got a 2v4 retake, but a lot of damage has been done. This grenade could do some serious damage. Could it get a frag? Yes, it can. Macalols is going to go down, and actually another player is chipped down quite heavily now as well. A second Molotov would be so good. However, just 4 flashbangs and 1 smoke, and Colin on dualies. Don't do that, Colin. Colin, please don't do that. He makes it work! Oh my god, Alpha picks up 2 as well, and the retake is perfect. Both players survived that retake, down to 4 and 17 HP respectively. Color me impressed, boys. I suddenly know why you want him to cast us so bad. I can't remember how the last match of theirs I casted turned out, but they are looking good right now. As Coffin Stuffer said in chat, Swarm just being out-DM'd. Swarm Gaming might want to think about taking a timeout soon. We're going into the 12th round. Polara Esports has 7 rounds advantage. Looks like they're going to be running their way for a nice little A split. Who is that over there? It's Macalols. No, that's Rev. He's going to stay watching for any B aggression. Bomb is going to go over towards Squeaky right now. And actually, Rev pulls up close, gets the early frag, but Alpha is there in MBK corner. He gets 2. Moose gets 1 before Alpha is put down by Macalols. It's going to be a free weapon up here for Coop. Colin tries to push up to stop the bomb plant, but he's going to go down to that scavenged M4. Perimeter, though, answers right back. Suddenly, all up to Coop. With that M4, he has no armor, though, so the aim punch is going to be very difficult. He's tucked himself away behind quad box. It is peaked, and he actually he goes further for the peak. If he could have tried to play for time right there, it would have been quite difficult, though. So I do like the risk. It would have been kind of an impossible task either way. Polara Esports, though, they're going to go up 10-2, extend their lead even further. Perimeter and Alpha, top dogs of the pack right now. 16 and 15 kills in the both of them. Moose has fallen behind ever so slightly, but he has probably had to take the hits a few times, as he is holding B side solo. And have not actually been a lot of B hits, but when they have, Moose has held those very strong. Let's see what Swarm Gaming decides to do. They had the full buy, they have the AWP, quite decent utility. But interestingly enough, Colin is holding up close with a Swag 7. Ooh, and he's got himself into garage right now, though. Coop is up there on boost. He's going to put down perimeter. Count is holding up close. Gets the other kill. And meanwhile, trade frags have gone on off-screen. Coop and Macalos, they're pushing up through A-halls right now. Castro holding close to Squeaky. Only one player is here. Alpha has switched up his position, no longer holding over by Quad Boxer and NBK Corner. He's now tucked himself over by Toxic. He's going to go through this. Okay, I was like, that's ballsy, man. I would not do that. Let's see what happens. Rotation has come in from his teammates. They do hear this. Bomb has been thrown over towards a teammate who doesn't seem to realize the bomb was thrown out for him. Coop jumps up on Forklift, gets a kill, answered right back by Alpha, answered right back by Macalos. Moose is all up to you with just an AWP. Can he bang this? I'm not sure if this can be banged. I don't think he can. Doesn't look like he's going to try. He's going to get flashback. That'll pause him down just a little bit. And he's going to swap out for the M4 very wisely. There is one more flashbang in the hands of these two players. Nice use of the Molotov right now. Spots out the player, 15 HP. Spots out the second one. Oh my god, Castro goes down. And I think Moose was actually wondering if he could go back and get a kit. Oh, he's thinking about the AWP. That's what he's doing, because he had the kit. He might have time to run back over there and get it. Let's see. It would be handy, but they do have plenty of money in the bank. Can he grab it? He grabs it just in time. Polara Esports now 11-2 in this first half, going into round 14. Swarm Gaming, their loss bonus has accrued so much that they are going to be able to buy into this round with almost full utility. AWP on Coop. And actually, money is a little bit low. Utility is lacking, actually, on Polara Esports' side. Could Colin have afforded some grenades? He could have. He opted not to, though, interestingly enough. I'm not too happy with that, but maybe they don't feel they need it. Well, Colin's going to get the opening kill over there on mid. We missed that, and I apologize for it. Rev peeks it back, and wow! We're going to be replaying that. He gets a nice little spray transfer. Double headshots. Going to Molotov off heaven. It's going to let his team into the B site. Does look like one of these players is thinking about pushing through it, though, holding right up close. Colin actually gets another frag off camera. Picks himself up an AK. Nice little upgrade. It's going to be a 2v3 retake. He gets a nice little flick down onto Rev. But Coop answers back immediately. Colin has so little HP. And with the money looking a little bit light, he might want to think about saving this. But he is going to go for it. Feeling ballsy. They have the rounds to spare, so it's not a bad effort. Worth the risk. Took Macalos down just a little bit, but could not quite get the kill. So Swarm Gaming going to get one more round in this half at the very least. Polara Esports are not going to have the best buy. Look like at least two of these players relegated down to UMPs. Colin only can afford one flashbang. Moose has picked up a E90, but in this case I cannot and will not criticize it because he doesn't have the money for much else. Macalos looks like he's going to actually be the boost E, or the booster. Okay, he's the booster. There is one player pushing in through the smoke, though. Count! Oh my god, Macalos! Just perfect read. Sprays right down through it. Rev is going to get one over there by the B side as well, so they've opened that up. I don't know if they know it, though. There has usually been a second player holding up close. So Rev checking all the angles. He's going to smoke off tree, and the bomb is going to be rotated through B halls and garage right now. On its way to the B bomb site. Rotation has come in. Perimeter peeks in, but he's going to go down to beam. Oh my god, Colin actually, he's going to put down a player through the wall right there. Alpha nearly goes down. 5 HP left as he's going to be able to upgrade that AK, and he's going to have to go for this because it's the 15th round, last round of the half. It's going to be another 2v3 retake. We've seen them do this once. Didn't work out for them in the previous round, but Colin, he's going to make this a 2v2. Peeks on in, takes a little bit of damage as he puts down Rev. But they're going to be facing up against this AK of Castro in an AWP. Not that it really matters, because their health is so low. He peeks in, Castro's going to get it, and so is Coop. One kill for each of them, and that's actually going to be... That was a team ace for Polara Esports. Or sorry, for Swarm Gaming. Side switched, they confused me. HD Secure, Vaca, hello, hello. So, I would imagine Swarm Gaming might extend this halftime as long as they can, and try and talk over some tactics, but let's take a look at that last replay where I believe it was Mechalols who sprayed down 2. No, it was Rev. Well, no, it was Mechalols. What am I saying? No, it was Rev. Beautiful little spray down. Took out 2. I could not do that, so it's good to see that happen every so often. And we will be going live in a matter of seconds in the second half. Let's see what the buys look like. Couple upgraded pistols. A little bit of utility picked up by Moose. He does seem to be their support player for the moment being. Armor on the rest of the count, actually, is going to be on a P250. I believe it has dropped over for Moose. So we do have ourselves a bit of a riot boss. And they're going to be pounding their way, making a lot of noise. One player spotted out early as they push to those B halls. Rotation is going to come over, it looks like, as there is a player over by White Box and one player over by Z. So they're 3 mid right now. They're waiting for a split push, which is a very good read, as the push of Polara Esports has slowed down ever so slightly. They've got one player pushed up towards Garage now, the other 3 holding between B halls and Garage, waiting for any sort of information. Smoke's going to come down, flashes are going to be thrown in, and 4 of these players are going to be storming on in through the halls. Alpha holding up close. He's going to punish Coop as Coop pushes in through that smoke. Alpha gets himself a second, but one did get taken down by Castro. Alpha with the third. This guy's dangerous on pistols, and Cowan's going to pick up one as Alpha's put down by Beam. So now it's all up to Macalols. 1v3. Only a USP in hand. Spots out one early. Tags him down quite low. Is going to get the kill. 1v2 now. He does not have a kit, so he's got to be fast. Reloads. Peeks on in. He has so many angles to check right now. People could be holding up close, left or right, but they are tucked away safely back into B halls. One by Becca Checkers. Oh, Macalo's the swing out. He tries to go for the jump and switches back with a quick little 180, but could not pull the trigger fast enough. Moose is going to put him down. Nice try. Nice try. Polara Esports making this look like quite the dominating play. Picking up the pistol round is basically going to afford them almost a free round, certainly, going into the second half. 3 UMPs, 2 AKs, and they're going to be going up against some upgraded pistols, 4 armors, 2 head armors, Soul Smoke, which is going to be put down right now in case of an early play, but it looks like Macalols might be wanting to get... Oh, I did not turn Auto Director back on. I cannot blame the count. Took it up player early over there. Perimeter got one as well, but Macalols, he gets 1 kill. Push. It's an early push comes in from Colin, but Moose answers it right back, and they're going to have a free bomb plant. Meanwhile, Count is killing... Auto Director, please. At least he... Thank you. At least he got that one. Count is going to finish that round off early. Bomb plant did come down, so padded the banks just a little bit more as they extend their lead. And now Swarm Gaming, into that slight force buy, they're going to have to do a full eco now and basically play for overtime. Yet to pick up a round on this CT side. Polara Esports look like they've got a nice split, and they're going to play this one fast as they know that that's not smoked off. Colin ekes in, spots a player in sandbags, gets the kill, spotted another player. Moose stacks a grenade. He's going to take out Rev with that Alpha, meanwhile pushes into B, and he's going to get one on Beam. Looks like this round is already over. Macalols, you might just want to save that scout into the next round. Spots out a player. He's not saving it. He wants a frag right now, but he's about to get pincered in. Actually, Colin doubles back. I think he spotted that rotation, but right now, Macalols is going to try and save this. Tags him up, but does go down in the end. 5 players stay alive for the side of Polara Esports. And Swarm Gaming, they've got 1 round and like 1 bye to make this happen. Otherwise, Polara Esports is going to be on 15 rounds, match point, and it's going to be quite difficult with $0 left on 3 players. Coop has been able to afford an AWP, though. Let's see if he has a decent fast spawn if they go towards Garage, but it doesn't look like anyone is. As I say that, and Count peeks on through, and he is going to get the frag. So Coop got your team man advantage now. Polara Esports, they're going to slow down and think about this one, as they have 1 player up there holding on Squeaky. Colin, he's going to splash in, flashes off forklift, keeps his back to it. Actually managed to get the double flash out onto Coop. Very solid play. Spots another one, gets the frag. Colin, he's bringing this back. Man advantage now in the hands of Polara, and that's all she wrote. Unless Castro can pull off a miraculous one before, but he might just want to save this rifle into the next and potentially final round. Let's see if they go hunting. I don't believe he was spotted out, but interestingly enough, I think he could have been just the shoulder, because Colin seems to have a read on this. He's holding this angle perfectly. And that does look like one of these players is going to be rotating back through the B halls. They are definitely searching for him now. Alpha and Coop. So it's Alpha and Colin. They are looking for Castro. We're going to switch to the Castro cam. They hear the player over there in heaven. But interestingly enough, they've not pushed through that hall. I think they thought he rotated through tree room and back towards B, but they're just on the edge of this. They are checking every single corner. They're actually back in the back of sight. They're back into sunroom. They don't know where he is, so he may have lucked out. Only a couple seconds left in the round to find him. Let's see if miracles can happen if he saves this M4. he's just narrowly going to save. They have checked literally every spot on the map, except, like, they've got players back at T-spawn, back at CT spawn. Wow, okay, so they are going to be able to buy around this ever so slightly. MacLols picks up the Scout, which we've seen him do some damage with. Coop, he has a glass cannon M4. Rev and Beam, they are on WMPs. They managed to afford some kits, the lightest amount of utility. So what do you do? On match point, with a very shoddy buy, Coop looks like he's going to get aggressive. Spots out the first player, but on the glass cannon, the aim punch is too strong. Alpha puts him down. Colin gets another one. Beam does go back in, though, and gets one. Auto-director, why are you glitched? Perimeter gets one as well, so it's going to be 2v3. The bomb has been dropped back at T-spawn. Apparently, Polara Esports thinks they can do this without a bomb, which might be punished as Castro actually gets one frag. So now they've got to double back all the way for the bomb, and Castro has to gamble on which site they're going to hit. He's at 48 HP. He's holding on to that M4 from the previous round. Let's see if it's going to come back to haunt Polara Esports. One player has gone back for the bomb. Let's see if he's actually spotted out. Oh, he is spotted out, and suddenly Moose knows where he is. And interestingly enough, Perimeter is going to have to come back going through mid. He almost thought about going to B, but right now you want this player going through mid, either going up through vents to stop the rotation or watching to see if he goes towards vents, which is also a good play. This is the safer of the two plays. So Castro, the weight of the world on your back with this M4 you so luckily saved the previous round. You're going to have two players holding up. Perimeter pushes on in, so that now they know he's got to be coming in through B halls. Moose is lined up perfectly for this. Actually, double checks. I think he may have had his back turned just too long. Castro gets the first frag. Can he do this? He has a flashbang. He has a second one as well, but he might not even try and use it. He's just going to go for this. Oh, misses the jump a little early, and it's planted perfectly for him. Moose peeks it. Oh, he has to stick it now. Even now, he knows. Good attempt by Castro. That's going to be, I believe, 16-4. Polara Esports picking up the win. Absolutely incredible stuff by those guys. They were looking absolutely hot. I wish that the scoreboard kept the points. I wish the players hadn't bailed out so early, if that were even the case. But all in all, good stuff. That is going to be it for me today. There apparently might be one at 9 p.m. PST that I might want to cast of our main man, Squishy, who is a Twitch admin who enjoys himself some CSGO. But that's going to be it for me for the time being. I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by in chat and saying hello. I should be... No, I won't be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I will not be casting. I have one lined up for Thursday, but I do not plan on casting for probably the rest of the week, as I have to be modding the DreamHack chat. And really, I just want to watch other people cast for a little bit. So, thank you, everyone. I will see you all shortly, or at least in chat tomorrow for DreamHack. You all have a good night, and take care.